Hello, everyone, and welcome to this reading. I hope you are so well. So, today we're going to do a pick a card reading, and we're going to be looking into the eclipse energy again. We are fast approaching our full moon eclipse, which is a lunar eclipse in Virgo. This is occurring on the 3rd of March. I've been feeling a lot of energy around this full moon, around releasing, like letting go of things, sort of the past. And so that inspired the idea for this reading. We're going to be looking into what are you releasing and then what are you welcoming in? So, what are you letting go of and what is coming in at this eclipse time? Eclipse times are traditionally times where things might leave our life or things might end, and simultaneously things are then born again. So we have three groups to choose from. Mars is group number 1, South Node will be group number 2, and Venus is group number 3. So I will list the timestamps down below. You can, of course, pick more than one group if you would like to, and then I'll see you for your reading. Hello, group number 1, and welcome to your reading. So you chose Mars Motion, and I feel like this card represents both what you are leaving behind and what is coming into your life at this eclipse. So I feel like we're going to focus on what's leaving first. So what is leaving your life is some kind of a sense of conflict or a sense of burnout, okay? You might be having some sense of a conflict with someone else, or this eclipse, like the last couple of weeks, could have shown you something about some kind of trauma might have been surfacing, because Mars could sometimes leave us feeling like when Mars energy touches our life, sometimes it can leave us feeling a little bit shaken up or a little bit unease, like unsettled. And I'm feeling like that's energy that may have been with you recently because I'm seeing something about being shaken up. Like energy has literally been shaken up in your life, and there's been some kind of a trauma release that I'm seeing. So, what you're leaving behind is actually some kind of a trauma, some kind of an energy of feeling unsettled or unsafe or like just not right. And it might have been, like I said, triggered by a situation or even by somebody that held this kind of Mars energy in some kind of a situation with you. Yeah, it might have even been surprising to you the way that the universe may have conspired to kind of show this energy to you in your life. Like there's something where you may have had things coming against you lately, or you may have had to fight back. Like this may equally be that the universe has put situations in your path where you've had to stand up for yourself. You've had to raise your voice or, put up, like put an end to something, put a boundary up, take a stand about something, say no, or stand up for yourself or for somebody else. And I just feel like all of this has really been shaking things up inside of you. There's been, whoa, like a lot of motion energy actually in your inner world. I'm seeing like so much, whoa, like change and motion. You may have actually been having dreams that are very active, or your subconscious might just be really drawn to like really active energies right now. Like, I don't know, you might even be watching action films, or there's something about that. You might be drawn to play fighting or to like doing some kind of martial arts. There's something here about this energy will be with you. And it's sort of like if you look up and look around, you'll see that it's been there and present with you for a while. It's been present with you for some time. So Spirit's saying that this energy is actually leaving though, where you're not going to have to feel like you're on edge or on guard so much, or you're not going to feel like you have to fight so hard to get something to happen, okay? That could also be another angle here, is that maybe you've been having to really push, really fight, really use, the last reserves of your energy every single day just to get through the day. Like there might be something like this where it's just been a battle. Life has been some kind of a battlefield. That's what I'm seeing. And that's why it might be that people have even come against you, or people have been rude to you for no reason, or like bumped into you on the streets more. And you're like, what is this energy that keeps finding me? Where there's almost maybe like a combative energy around you, or maybe you've been playing more like video games or something and been drawn into more of the world of like, I don't know, maybe you've been, I'm just seeing someone kind of like play fighting around their house, or like, kickboxing or something, like doing something in terms of like channeling this kind of energy, because I'm seeing that it's found you whether you've welcomed it in or not. So yeah, it may have been kind of burning you out because I feel like it brought up some kind of trauma from the nervous system. And that's the reason, I suppose, that it's been here during this eclipse energy, is because it's sort of been shaking you up to release it. You know, one of the ways that animals actually release trauma in the wild is that they shake. You know, after a deer or something is chased by a predator and they survive, you know, they'll shake, they'll lie on the ground and shake to release the trauma out of their body, out of their cells, so that it doesn't stay with them. So I'm seeing that you've been going through some kind of a shakeup that's actually been releasing trauma from your cells. And that's why I'm assuming it probably hasn't felt very comfortable. I mean, at times it may feel quite victorious. Mask energy can make you feel quite powerful as well. But I'm seeing that what's leaving your life is more of that sense of feeling quite vulnerable after being shaken up by a Mars energy, you know, like imagine the kind of energy if you encounter road rage or something on the road and someone's kind of like yelling at you and you're kind of feeling like a little bit like, whoa, that was really unpleasant, kind of like having that energy come up against you. That's what I'm seeing. Or equally, you could be having the road rage and be channeling this anger as well. But yeah, so this is the energy that's leaving, and what is coming in is more of a sense of victory. That's what I'm picking up. Is like what's coming in is a sense of victory where things are going to be changing in your life. And you're going to be feeling a lot more like in your power and in some kind of a dominant energy. Like, I don't know how to word this. It feels very like you're going to feel like on top of your game. You're going to feel very confident. You're going to feel very like you're walking around the world and you feel like this is your place. Like there's something where things are reharmonizing inside of you and you're reclaiming some kind of power. That's what this has been all about, is like you reclaiming your own power. And I'm seeing that what's coming in, like what it's been making space for you, is actually like a really, really, really fun time in your life where I'm seeing that you feel like you're the main character energy. You feel like your life is like a movie in some way, in that it feels like big feelings, like you feel like you're really engaging in your life and you're getting out there and you're living things and you feel like your life is interesting and engaging. And something like this where I feel like there was some kind of a action taking energy that was maybe shut down in the past, that because this trauma was really trapped in the cells and there was no way for it to be freed. And that's why this eclipse has been like shaking it up. Like literally I'm seeing being shaken, which may not have been a fully pleasant kind of experience, but what it's leading to is like it's freeing up so much of your energy. It's returning to you so much life force. It's returning to you your own power, so that you can feel like you're really engaging in your life, really getting out there in the real world, really being bold, really being assertive and being like your own authority and being like this main character, kind of like a leader even. You know, maybe you want to be like the leader of a group, or like really being like, you know what, deciding to find your courage and like stand up and say something or put yourself out there in some way. Like it feels, wow. It feels really interesting. It feels like a very big energy shift. It feels like someone even might be going from hiding to like putting themselves out there on the stage and realizing, you know what? I'm sick of hiding. Like I want to be the center of attention now. That's the kind of energy I'm getting, is like it's like you're moving from being somehow not the center of your own life or your own world. It's because like, you know, I'm being shown like when we have trauma like moving through us, you know, sometimes it's not even there for our whole life. Like something can come in and we can be moving through things for a while and it can kind of take us away from the world in a way. You know, that's what I'm seeing, is like some kind of energy you've been going through. It took you away from the world in some way. It took you into some kind of a hiding place, or it took you into some kind of a healing chamber or something like this, where a part of your energy was trapped or wrapped up in this thing that needed to heal so that you could free it up so you could become whole again. And now it's like this is coming back and it's like you're finding this confidence, you're finding this newfound courage, you're finding this newfound kind of like sassiness. It's unapologetic, you know? It's like, I want to be the center of attention. It's like when my cat Nina comes and just like flops right in the middle of a reading, right in the center, and she does not mind, you know? It's like this unapologetic, look at me, I'm amazing, I'm beautiful. And it's come back to you from a very wholesome place. Okay, so we're going to pull you some cards now. I wanted to make sure that I get some tarot cards in for this reading, okay? So we're going to use Tarot of the 78 Doors, you guys, and I'm going to pull some cards on this side for what is leaving and then on the other side for what is coming in, okay? So tuning into group number 1, Spirit, this eclipse, what would you like them to know about what is leaving their life now? What is leaving group 1's life now, Spirit? Thank you. We have the Knave of Swords. Oh my god, you guys. Oh my god. He's literally hiding. He's hiding around the corner from someone. Doesn't look very friendly. Look, he's literally hiding. That's what I said. You're leaving behind hiding. Wow. I kind of feel blown away by that. Okay, let's see another another card for what is group 1 leaving behind. Okay, we have the Sun. Hold on, you guys. I just have to censor this one. I just had to censor this card, you guys, because of YouTube's platform limitations. Anyway, so I'm going to do one more card here, one more tarot card, Spirit. I want you to clarify the Sun. Clarify, Spirit, what is group 1 leaving behind here? Ooh, we have a Centaur coming through. Really interesting because I feel like there's something about centaurs that make me think of spirit guides. I feel like centaurs carry like a very deeply wise energy. The Knight of Swords, interesting. The Knight of Swords, the Knave of Swords. Okay, you guys, there's so much coming through, but I want to pull you one more card. I've got the, what is this? The Oracle of the Radiant Sun, okay? I want to pull you one or two cards from this deck as well, Spirit. What is group 1 leaving behind? Impulsiveness. Yes. Wow. And we have harmony. Wow. Okay. It's all coming through. It's super interesting because the Knight of Swords and the Knave of Swords, that's the Page of Swords and the Knight of Swords, are really fascinating. They both came through. So the Knight of Swords traditionally can talk actually about impulsiveness, exactly like that card above it. It can talk about literally running off on your horse without thinking and kind of being a little bit irrational or just doing the first thing that comes to mind, even if it's not fully beneficial. So what I feel like this is trying to say is that there's been some kind of energy there in the subconscious that may have been creating you to act in a certain way that wasn't necessarily in alignment with who you truly are or that what you truly want. With the harmony card there, we have Sun in Libra in the 7th house, okay? See that one? This one. I'm just sitting on the other side of the table now. The Sun in Libra in the 7th house. This is talking about the energy that can come from other people, Sun in Libra, that can impact your identity, the Sun, literally. And I feel like there's some kind of energy that you had, like it could have even been carried in from a past life trauma around this fear of really shining or a fear of really being seen or really being put into the light, because maybe there was some kind of an energy that like came against you in a past life, because that Knave of Swords there is like actually quite sinister, I have to say. The energy that I pick up on this Knave of Swords, like it feels like they are having to hide, not necessarily like they might not really want to be hiding, but they have to hide from this person because maybe they're not safe or something. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like there's some kind of energy of safety. Like I said, the Mars energy can really leave you feeling quite unsettled and uneasy. And I feel like there's something that maybe this energy came against you in a past life, or it could have come against you in your past in this life as well. And it left some kind of residual trauma imprint in your cells. And Spirit's saying that recently this has been unraveling and you've actually been being guided like back into the light or back into the alignment with truth with the Sun. And part of that is that part of your destiny is to come out of hiding and to really put yourself out there in some way. This could even be symbolic of hiding from relationship because of past pain. But the impulsiveness is kind of saying the Knight of Swords, the mind control, the mental programming, the belief systems that come from our experiences, especially in early childhood conditioning. And early childhood conditioning also reflects our past lives as well. So there's something really deep here that's been unraveling. And you've probably been feeling it. You might have even been having really active dreams, or like having like tons of activity or processing in your dreams, or like really restless, like moving around a lot at night, or feeling like you're not sleeping very deeply or something like this. And it's because there's so much activity and movement occurring in your subconscious mind right now. Like I can literally feel it. It's like it's just like a constant shaking, like humming, and it's been pulling so much energy out of you, like stagnant energy. It's been like just pulling it out because Spirit's saying it's go time. Like there's something about your destiny that is ready. Like it's time to shine. It's time to go. The sun card there actually shows two children playing. You can't see it because I had to censor it. But the sun card is really traditionally connected to the inner child as well. And I feel like that, like I said, this kind of healing feels like it comes from a deep place, your past in this life and past lives, where there was something where other people's energy came against you in some way and it really impacted your belief systems about the world or your belief systems about how safe it is to be who you are or how safe it is to shine or be successful or be beautiful with the sun, you know? Yeah, and there's been like this energy, like an impulsiveness to just like run away from it. And it's like something now is like the Mars energy is like leading you into confronting it and realizing that you are victorious over this and that it was never your destiny to just hide away. It was always your destiny to confront and overcome the pain or the things inside of you that made you want to hide. It's like, oh, you know, this card, you guys, it's like really, I'm really feeling this energy in this card because it feels like the energy in a dream, you know, like how they say, like, if you have a dream that you should run, if you have a dream where you're being chased and it's like a repeating dream, that if you can remember in your dream space to like run towards the thing that's chasing you and like try to fight it, then oftentimes you can actually alchemize the fear in the dream space and you can turn it around. I've done this before, you guys, and it really worked. It's actually crazy how quickly the dream landscape will respond when you turn from fear to courage and you're like, you know what, I'm going to stand up against this, or I'm going to turn to face this person instead of hiding from them, or I'm going to fight back in some way. And like, you know, there's something about, especially in the dream space, where reality is not so fixed, you know? So when you return, like when you turn around and face something, all of a sudden maybe it isn't so scary. All of a sudden it changes shape or, you know, it shrinks to be a tiny mouse or something like this. And that's the same dream-like energy I'm getting here where it's like you're feeling like you need to hide because it is genuinely scary. Like I feel the sinister kind of energy from that Knave of Swords card where he's genuinely hiding. Yeah, there's something about that with all this Mars energy coming through as well, where it's like, oof, kind of gives me the heebie-jeebies kind of energy. So it's like there is something that's very valid here, but it's also saying like with the centaurs to me is like a very powerful, like spiritual being that's very connected into wisdom and like higher knowledge and like turning experiences into spiritual wisdom. And so that's what I feel like you're here to do. That's what you're leaving behind is like the trauma aspect of it so that you can integrate up into a higher level with it where it becomes something that creates you to be more of who you are. Like it's like you integrate something that happened to you so that you can become more of who you are, so that you actually find out about who you really are. Like it's something about where it informs more of your identity. You realize who you really are. You create more wisdom through going through this. Okay. All right. So let's pull your cards for what's coming in. All right. Victory and the Sun definitely coming in for you. But let's see. I'm going to pull your tarot cards first, Spirit. What's coming in for group one? We have the King of Chalices. That is a mermaid as well, you guys. Interesting because the mermaid is like out of the water, which is very interesting. Okay, we have a mermaid energy and a centaur energy. I'm feeling like a very mystical energy surrounding you. I feel like you're very connected into interdimensional beings and creatures. We have Temperance. All right, guys, I'm just going to get all the cards at once, okay? And then we're going to channel. So we got one more card to come through. Lovely. We have the Queen of Pentacles. And look, she's like Snow White and the Seven Dwarves kind of energy coming through there. All right, and then I'll just show you back of the deck. Actually, you know what? We're going to hold this. Back of the deck is the Wheel of Fortune. And then I'm going to get you... Oh, we already have... You know what? It's unfortunate, but I'm going to have to censor these cards, you guys, so just bear with me. Okay, you guys got so many cards wanting to come through for what you're moving into, and I actually had to censor this one. That's why it's half hidden, you guys. It's because there's nudity on it. So this card is Influence, and it's Mercury in Libra in the 7th house. Then you got Seduction, which is Jupiter in Pisces in the 12th house. And then you got Innovation, which is Jupiter in Aquarius in the 11th house. So, what you are moving into is so different to what you are moving from, okay? The door that you're walking through, it feels like a portal for you, this eclipse. It really does. It is like night and day, I have to say, with the Wheel of Fortune and the Innovation card there and all this Jupiter energy coming through. It feels so different to what you have come from. Like, it feels like a very settled and safe energy as well. With the King of Chalices, the Queen of Pentacles, they're actually a very nice combination together. That's water and earth, which are very harmonious together. And I feel like it's partnering together this energy of safety, security, like in your emotional world, but also with the Queen of Pentacles in your financial world, in your material world as well. Temperance is also talking about balance, things being in balance and things kind of flowing on your spiritual path. I feel like this is the Wheel of Fortune pushing you forwards on your spiritual path. But it's also about how you yourself are embodying your energy with the seduction and the influence card there, and then the King of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles and Temperance and the Wheel of Fortune and Innovation. Oh my goodness me. And Mars, like, you're going to be a very attractive person in this new embodiment. Like, I'm not even just talking about physical, but definitely physical attractiveness, definitely. But I'm talking about the energy that you bring to the earth. Like, people are literally going to love you for this. Like, you're going to bring some kind of innovation. You're going to bring some kind of messages, wording. Because we have the Mercury card here. You know, there's something that you're bringing to the world that's part of your destiny. It's part of you shining. It's part of the reason why you're meant to shine and overcome this fear in this lifetime, is that you have something that's so special and so sacred that you're here to bring. So I feel like it's night and day, like the energy that you come from versus the energy that spirit is actually conspiring to bring you in. Like, this energy is so different. This energy is very, very highly successful. Like, I feel like there's something here about you're supposed to have some kind of influence over the world. Even if it's something that you invent with innovation, you could invent something, you could have a product, you could have a book, you could have a presence online. I don't know. There's something where your energy is meant to be seen. It could be your creative energy, your art, but it's like you're letting yourself really be loved. That's part of letting yourself really be seen, is letting yourself really be loved, letting yourself really be successful, letting yourself fully self-actualize. I think that's the thing. Is like, when you're hiding from something, you're kind of hiding from everything. And that energy of hiding can feel like a prison after a while. It doesn't feel safe anymore, you know? So I feel like there's something here where you're realizing that you want to just be. You want to just be who you really are. And so that's what you're here to do. And that's what you're going to do. Like, this eclipse energy is helping to release the energies inside of you that keep you from fully showing up in your authentic expression, your authentic power, your embodiment, even things like your beauty, your wisdom, your intelligence, all of these things. In a way, you've been afraid in some way to fully actualize into it. But I feel like this eclipse is shaking things up in a way where the blocks are just going to be dissolving subconsciously, and you're going to find yourself more and more just living out this embodiment of this different version of you that's so much more bold and so much more free and so much more also anchored in your wisdom, like what you're here to do, rather than questioning. Like, there's something here as well about, I feel like this eclipse energy, what it's doing for you, even if it doesn't show up in your consciousness straight away, is that it's offering you some kind of an understanding about why you are safe to be free in this life, or why you're safe to be successful in this lifetime. Like, there's something here about spirit's been trying to help you to understand, like, exactly how and why you are meant to shine in this lifetime, why it's your destiny. There's something where it's like you need to really have something click into place, because it does feel like kind of a big deal to put yourself out there in this way. So that's what the eclipse is really ultimately helping you with, is like some kind of consciousness, like some kind of clarity and awareness of, oh yeah, this is my path, this is my destiny, and I know that I'm safe, and I know that this is what I'm meant to do. I'm meant to put myself out there in this way. I'm meant to take this leap of faith. I'm meant to shine. I'm meant to be successful, rich, beautiful, whatever it might be. All right, group number one. That is the end of your reading. I really hope that you enjoyed it, and happy full moon. If you would like to connect more with my work, I would really recommend my Clear the Way tape. It's really great for this time with the eclipses, where you are literally clearing the way for your destiny, and it can really help to kind of ease stress or bumpiness through transition, make it a little bit nicer. I've actually been playing it throughout your reading on repeat, just really low in the background. So it feels like, yeah, a really nice one for this eclipse. If you already have the tape, I definitely recommend working with it at this time. And if you don't already have it, I'll link it down below and you can read more about it. But yeah, thank you so much for supporting my work, and I'm sending you so much love and light. Take care. Hello, Group 2, and welcome to your reading. So you chose South Node Past. What is leaving your life the past? Feels really deep, you guys. This reading, it feels so deep. Like what you are leaving behind, it feels like you're leaving behind the old earth and you're welcoming in the new. Like I feel like you're really here for this time on earth in particular, for this transition time. And that all of the time leading up to this was sort of preparing you for this moment. Like I'm kind of feeling like this is your time to shine. This is your time. This is what you have been built for. This is what you're made for. This is what you're designed for, is to thrive during this transition into the new earth, and therefore to help others with the process, okay? Because when I was pulling out this card, when I was shuffling for, the 3 cards for the group, actually this card came out with it. And at first I was like, I don't know if I'm going to take it, but I decided I definitely need to because because it makes so much sense. Because what Spirit's trying to say is that what you're leaving behind is a sense of being debilitated and uncomfortable within the structures of the old Earth's paradigm, okay? Because you were not built for the old Earth's paradigm. You were built for the new Earth's paradigm. Like majorly. So it makes so much sense that you wouldn't fit in, or that it wouldn't feel comfortable, that wouldn't quite feel like home, or that you wouldn't feel like you've ever truly felt like, you fit in here or something. So it's like Spirit saying that discomfort and debilitating energy is what is leaving. And it's like your whole world is going to be flipped on its head and sort of turned the right way up, because you were never meant to thrive in the old earth conditions. You were meant to see the old earth conditions for like what they are, which is yeah, I mean, you already know what it is. So so I feel like that's what Spirit wants you to know, is that you're built for a utopia. Okay, you're literally designed to live in a utopia, in a new earth utopia, and you bring this utopian, positive, beautiful, just so nice energy everywhere you go. You know what I'm feeling has been changing in your energy field as well is like self-love. I feel like your self-love has been improving tenfold. I want to say tenfold, tenfold. Wow. Your self-love has been improving tenfold because you're actually getting little glimpses, like little flashes. I'm seeing solar flashes, like energy from the sun actually activates you a lot, but I'm seeing energy from the sun flashing and giving you insight into what the new earth will be like and where you are going and what energy you are transforming into, because I feel like you're here to see the new earth in this lifetime, in your own lifetime, okay? Wow. I want to get one more card to like balance out the energies here on this table. So I want to get one card, Spirit. What is group 2 moving into? What are they moving into now? Oh my gosh, isn't that beautiful? We have balance. What you're moving into is balance. What you're moving out of is discomfort. And what you're moving into is balance. What did I freaking say? You guys, back of the deck right here. Solar flares, activate. That's right. And then I'm going to fill out. Let's just get all your cards. Why not? We also have Saturn over here. And we have the root. Yes, the energy that you've come from has been heavily restricted with Saturn. It's been heavily restricted. The root energy that you were born into was probably very uncomfortable, I have to say. It probably wasn't a very comfortable energy that you've been born into, because you weren't ever really designed for the old earth. It's not really who you are. It's not really what you've come here to do. But it was helping to prepare you. Saturn is like a teacher energy, I feel. When I tune into Saturn, it's like Saturn will teach you some of the most valuable life lessons you can have and you can learn. And that's what I'm seeing, is like you've learned a lot. You're an old soul from the beginning, but Spirit's saying it's okay. You know what? Like it's time to let that hardship go. It's time for the earth to change. And even though there might be fear of like, oh my gosh, you might be watching things, because I feel like you have a very perceptive eye and I feel like you can see things for what they are in the world. And you might be watching things in the world and thinking, everything's falling apart, oh my gosh, or, bad things are happening, that kind of thing. But Spirit is really saying that what is coming in is so much better than what we have come from, and that you are really built for this transition. somehow, like, you have the codes, you have the ability, you have the skills where you can thrive during this transition of the old earth to the new. And you can also, therefore, be a guide, a leader for others to help them. Let's get you one more card for what are you moving into? What are they moving into, Spirit? Expand, literally. And you've been so restricted. That's the thing. Like, you've been so restricted. I can feel it in my energy when I tune in. Like, it's finally time to be able to expand, to be able to activate. It's almost like you've been, it's so interesting, you guys. You're going to feel like the energy from your past and the energy that then comes in is so different. Whoa, you guys, there's so much change can happen in our world over the next decade. Like, it's blowing my mind because Spirit's showing me, and you're a huge part of this change. You're a huge part of this change. You're a huge part of anchoring this change and helping to people to stay balanced in this change, helping people to use this as an opportunity, because it's like there's an instability in the energy field right now where things are breaking down, and therefore you can use that to rebuild something different. And that's what you're going to get all these activations about. Your role is to really receive a lot of downloads, activations, almost like architectural designs and stuff for the new earth, and to really take action at key times and to really unify others as well. I feel like you can really help activate others as well and unify people together. Yeah, the energy that you're leaving behind is one where you've been heavily restricted, karmically, maybe in your resources, in your time, in your energy, in terms of maybe not meeting the right people. Something's been heavily restricted, and it will have been very uncomfortable. You may have been born into an uncomfortable situation. You may have been born into some kind of physical health discomfort, even in your physical body. Your physical body might not have been a comfortable place sometimes to live in. All of that is changing. All of that is able to change. That's the other thing Spirit's saying is expand your mind, expand to know what is possible for you in this lifetime, and therefore be a leader for others so that they also know what is possible in this lifetime. You're going to be noticing what's coming in is a real sense of self-love for yourself, where you just can't help but like feel love for yourself. You know, the way that, I don't know, if you have your loved one next to you, like, I don't know, your partner or your child or something, and you just look at them and you're like, oh my God, I love you so much. And you just want to like cuddle them, and you just feel this overwhelming love for that person. It's like, I'm feeling that you're going to feel that towards yourself. It's like you're going to catch yourself in the mirror and you're not going to be able to help but like check yourself out. And you're going to be like looking and giving yourself compliments and being like, wow, my eyes are so beautiful. I'm looking so vibrant. My smile is so beautiful. I can see my inner child when I smile. And I think that's so divine and beautiful. I can see myself as a child when I smile. Like, there's something where you're like loving on yourself so good. You're loving on yourself so deeply. And it's like, even just the way that you feel in your body is going to change, where it's like all of a sudden you're feeling like good in your body, even if your physical appearance hasn't changed at all. It's like all of a sudden the way that you're feeling and you're channeling your energy is like, oh wow, you're seeing you're feeling yourself, you're seeing your beauty. Like, there's something here where it's like, wow, this feels really nice, you guys. I gotta say, like, you're gonna be kind of like wanting to just immerse yourself in your own energy. You're kind of gonna feel like your own energy is the best energy you could have. Which is really interesting. And it feels really different because I feel like what you're coming from is a place where things have been heavily restricted, like I keep saying, and it may have been so uncomfortable to the point where you may have needed things outside of yourself to kind of keep the peace, like to keep yourself in balance or homeostasis. And I'm kind of seeing something where it's like what's coming in is that you're letting go of things outside of yourself that you used to need to use to regulate yourself. Even relationships with others, it's like you're not going to feel like you need others as much. It's a very hard energy to explain because I don't want it to be misinterpreted, but it's like you're feeling very, very content and full up in yourself. So it's like you're not reaching outside of yourself to complete you. You're not reaching outside of yourself to fill yourself up. You feel full inside. So it's like you're not looking on social media to get compliments on a selfie that you posted, kind of thing. You're like, you know what? You're giving yourself that compliment boost. You're giving yourself that sense of, well, I'm looking really beautiful today. It's like that. It's like there's something where it's coming from inside of you, and it's quite radical because it's quite rare, and it feels like it's also an energy that you don't even really know exactly where it came from, but suddenly you just started being able to access it with the solar flares energy. It's like it just came in. I literally saw these solar flares coming in into your consciousness. Like you are seriously impacted by this solar flare activity, or even just by sun codes in your like garden, or like just being out in the sun. Even without the sun, like even light codes, like light language, light codes from light language. There's something about you with light where you are seriously activated and you receive these codes without trying, like they just come in and then you start to change and be influenced by them in such a positive way. It's like, yeah, your sense of self-love and self-respect is just off the charts, okay? This is what you're moving into. You're anchoring this really strongly now. This is not an energy that's going to go away. If you've been getting glimpses of it, this is not an energy that's fleeting. It feels like it's here to stay, and that you have earned this. And these eclipses are kind of like a harvest energy for you, where you're being like showered upon with gifts because Spirit's saying, hey, you earned this. And what that gift is going to feel like is it's going to come from inside of you first, where you're going to feel like, oh my gosh, I love myself so much. Just like when you feel like just exactly the same as how you feel if you love your partner or your kid or your best friend, I don't know, whoever you love in your life. Like when you just feel all of a sudden when you're like, oh my God, I love you. And it's so cute, you know, you're just like overcome with this love and it's like kind of, you can't even control it. And it's like almost quite vulnerable because it just comes from your heart. And that's the energy I'm feeling that you're going to feel for yourself where you just can't help it. You're just sitting there and you're like, I just love being in my own energy. My energy feels like literally divine. And it's going to feel very, very comforting, loving, nurturing for yourself. You're going to feel like, yeah, you're nurtured yourself. You're complimenting yourself. You're walking around and you're like, I already know that I am like so beautiful or so talented or something like this. It feels like this energy is really coming from your heart. It feels like this self-love is coming from your heart. And it feels like your heart itself is going to feel kind of like magnetically on. Like it's like you're going to feel actual energy in your heart that for some reason was more restricted before. And that energy in your heart is very, very magnetic. You also might be finally meeting the people that you're here to do work with in this lifetime, that you're here to have destiny moments in this lifetime with. Like, I feel like you could be meeting people or soulmates or soul family or something like this. This eclipse might be making that really clear to you that it's time to open your heart, or you might just be, like I said, just noticing energies in your heart changing without you even trying. Because I'm seeing that. I'm seeing energy literally waking up in the heart space and it's like humming. It's like a vibrational energy where it's like it's online and it feels so nice. It's like the best energy in the world because it's your essence and that's the safest place. And I just feel like, yeah, you're just going to be like bathing in your own energy. And do you know how magnetic this makes you? This makes you ridiculously magnetic. People are going to be like scrambling over themselves to come be around you. You're going to notice that the world responds to you so differently. So many things that have been restricted. It's because you were living in the old earth paradigm, but the old earth paradigm is being destroyed, you guys. It is crumbling around us. And the new earth paradigm is sort of like being revealed. And that is why it's like all of a sudden you become so powerful because it's like, this is the time. This is your activation. Look, activate. It's like you're a sleeper agent and they're like, mission activated. We need you now. That's the energy I'm getting. It's like you've been a sleeper agent. You've been like, you've been like a secret agent incarnated onto the earth and you've been having to like keep a low profile and like, you know, just do a lot of study and it wasn't very comfortable and it wasn't an enjoyable thing. And then all of a sudden, boom, the time comes and it's like time for your mission, time for your adventure, time to have like all the restrictions taken away and time for you to expand and go on this adventure and meet all these people that you've here to connect with. And it's like, you're like, really? All at once? All of it? But that's what I'm getting is like, yeah, you've been like it's been like there's been an energy in you that's been asleep and now it's activating and it's like it's time for it to fully come online and it's time for you to fully step into this adventure, this life adventure that you have come here to participate in fully. So yeah, it's like Spirit wants you to know that you were built for this time. You don't actually have to fear this time. You might fear it in the sense that, you know, there will be a lot of things that change, but you were built for that change and you were built for, yeah, you were built for what changes. So it's almost like you're going to find that now your luck activates, like now you're the luckiest version of yourself. Whereas maybe you had no luck with old earth or you never found a place you could put your roots down in old earth, or you never met anyone in old earth that you really wanted to be with or something like this. And then it's like, as this new earth energy continues to just keep on activating, 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 and just like beaming down. Like we just activate so much. We keep on becoming more and more of this. It's like you are literally becoming a different version of yourself. Like this is crazy. This is like the plot of a novel, but this is your life. And that's the thing. I'm feeling like, yeah, this is your life. Anything that is ending or leaving your life right now is such a blessing. That's what Spirit wants you to know. Even if it might sting at first or be uncomfortable or something or create some kind of instability, it really is for the best. And it is actually a really positive sign of growth and of things changing in your life. And I just feel like this is a really lucky time for you. It's such a strange energy because I almost feel like you're going to feel like your luck gets better over the next little while, even though there's like so much changing in the world. There's something where it's like all of a sudden you're really elevated or you're really needed as well. Maybe your energy is really needed in a new way, like spiritually, because a lot more people are activating and waking up at this time. Definitely your luck is going to considerably change. You're going to feel like your life is better like later in life, like your life keeps on getting better as you age or something with Saturn. And that maybe the first part of your life was quite uncomfortable, but then there's a new phase that comes in that signifies the birth of the new earth. And it's like your own new earth energy finally being able to be embodied in your life and for you to create your own new earth energy around you. You also are leaving behind relationships that are not in alignment, like for good. Like there is no space for them in this new phase you're moving into. There's no way that this energy can come with you. And that might be something that you've been going through for even years at this stage, like of just releasing and letting go. You will have outgrown a lot of people recently because this new earth energy has been activating in you really strongly. So it's like energy from the past is just dissolving in you so quickly. Yeah, it's very, very fascinating. Like, I would love to be your spirit guide actually, because I feel like this would be a really fascinating thing to watch from the spiritual perspective. It's almost like the image of an egg cracking and then something is born from within it. It's like you've been shrouded in some kind of energy, like you've been wrapped in some kind of a casing that isn't truly you. It was almost like what you needed to get through the first part of your mission. And then and then you were meant to like crack out of it and like be reborn with this new earth shift. And that's what I'm seeing is happening like right now. It's crazy. So it's like your preferences will change with this rebirth. Like your friendships will change, your relationships will change, your job or your role might change, your location could change. Like I'm just seeing that you're going to be almost unrecognizable. Your appearance could change, your preferences to do with food or lifestyle could change and reflect more like the new earth energy, I suppose, is what I'm feeling. Like it's going to sort of get a new earth upgrade. All of you is going to get this new earth upgrade. Also, with South Node being your main card, I really want to reiterate something around you were made for this or you were born for this. Like South Node actually encompasses our talents and our gifts that are like inherent within us that we don't have to try very hard like to have, like a natural talent, something that someone might be born with or that just comes to them without them trying. And so it's sort of like you were born for this. Like this is your natural talent is like activating at this time and like unleashing onto the world and like becoming this new earth sort of archetype. Really, it's like you're going to feel like finally I can breathe. It's almost like you're going to feel like you've been underwater this whole time and finally you're coming off the air and you're like, oh, the world finally is changing. Like this is what I was here for this whole time. This is what the point of my incarnation has been. Yeah, so your luck is really changing because of this, and you're going to find that things just keep getting better and better for you the more that you embody the new earth energy, and then the more that the new earth energy is embodied around you as well. You actually might want to check out my new earth portal light language tape. It's really about activating the new earth inside of yourself and, of course, in the world, and it's actually a really powerful kind of like manifestational light language, and you might really resonate with the codes because of how much you are literally built for the new earth. I just feel like it could be really like a refreshing sort of restorative light language for you, for your energy grid. So I'll link it down below. And those are the messages that wanted to come through for you with this eclipse. Happy full moon. And thanks so much for your support of my work. I'll see you in another video soon. Hello, group 3, and welcome to your reading. So you chose Venus, beloved. which I love this card. I feel like it's a really beautiful depiction of the Venusian energy. So, what is leaving your life first? I feel like what's leaving is some kind of low self-worth energy, basically. And that low self-worth could have easily been also connected into like struggles with finances. I feel like what's leaving is any kind of illusion that you are not worthy or that you are not good enough. Any kind of, it feels very like tender, like it feels like a very kind of like vulnerable part in you that maybe was like scared of, like, it feels like an inner child energy of like, am I really lovable? Will I be abandoned? Will I be loved? Will I be cared for? This kind of energy. It feels like you've healed something about that. There's some kind of a peacefulness I'm seeing residing inside of you, and it's releasing some kind of an insecurity. It's like, yeah, you're releasing insecurity around, am I lovable? Or will I be okay? Will I be taken care of? Or like financial insecurity. Sometimes these self-worth things play out with our finances or with our, other ways. But that's what's changing. Okay. That's what's leaving, is that there's this peace that's taking over. It's like a calm, quiet, confident, calm energy where you feel more sure of yourself, more secure in yourself. There's less uncertainty or self doubt. There's more peace. There's more confidence. There's more of a quiet knowing that everything is okay. Wow. And that you're in alignment. Yeah. Okay. This is also you getting your intuition back. This is you really knowing like how to be living in alignment with your intuition at all times. I really want to pull some tarot cards for you. I'm going to do one side with what is leaving, and then we'll do one side with what is then coming in. Okay, so tuning in with Group 3 Spirit, I'm going to use the Tarot of the 78 Doors. This is the Tarot of the 78 Doors. All right, what's leaving for Group 3 Spirit? What is leaving? We have the Six of Pentacles, reciprocity. We have the 10 of Cups, and we have strength. And so what is coming in for Group 3 Spirit? We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the 5 of Wands. And we have the 2 of Pentacles. I like that 2 of Pentacles. All right, so I'm just going to sit with this for a minute because it's very interesting energy, I have to say. Okay, so this is such an interesting message. So we have the strength, the 10 of cups, and then the 6 of pentacles, right, on what's leaving. So on the surface, that looks like a really positive energy because the 10 of cups is like really, really like a utopian energy. But what I'm getting is that it's more saying that you have been strong for too long in over giving and over caretaking for others. That's what I'm feeling, is like there's been something where you've been over giving, overextending, and caretaking in a way that has been very like utopian. 10 of cups, it's been very idealized. It's coming from a very positive place within you where you want to be able to give this much. You want earth to be at this stage where we can give unconditional love, that we can trust that someone will always give back to us, this kind of thing. But it's just that you've been playing this out in a way that has been draining you, because the 6 of Pentacles is saying reciprocity. Sometimes things aren't able to give back to you as much as you are able to give to them. And that has been a consistent pattern, is what I'm seeing now is coming to an end, is that you can't keep giving and giving and giving. It's interesting because the 10 of Cups is showing me that you're a very, very spiritual person. You're actually a very, very high level spiritual being. This is why you're able to give so much love and so much care and so much help and whatever it is, like you give so much to everyone that you know, every being that comes across your path, you give so much love openly. So it tells me that you're a very high level person. And I feel like there's nothing inherently wrong with this joyous part of you that wants to give, give, give. It's just that I feel like you're in this old earth environment. And I say old earth in contrast to new earth. It's like our current earth. But it's like the vibrational density of this place where it's at right now, it is not facilitating this utopian energy, and therefore it's creating this drought. It's creating this drought inside of yourself where you're overgiving, you're overextending. And it's just devastating because it's such a beautiful energy that you're holding, and it's not something about yourself that you can change very much. Okay, that's what also Spirit wants me to say, is like you can change the way that you choose to show up with this energy, but the way that your energy is kind of inherently who you are. You are the 10 of cups, like you are this Venusian energy. You are love. You are the definition of love. Like your energy is so beautiful. It's so compassionate. It's so loving, but it's been depleted. Okay. And somewhere along the lines as well, your self-worth may have been caught up in overgiving. And you may even sometimes be conscious of this, where you might realize, like, wow, I feel like compelled to give more right now because you're feeling insecure, or because you're feeling like, what if I'm not loved, or what if I'm abandoned, or something like this. This is very like core wounding stuff that your soul is here to work on. Okay. So what is coming in is something where spirit is like not going to let you overgive anymore. Like, this is the thing, is that you're a very spiritual person, 10 of cups. I feel like I didn't finish saying this earlier because I got distracted. But you're a very spiritual person, 10 of cups, which means that you have a lot of life force energy flowing through you. Okay. Life force energy equates to like, you have a lot of energy to give. You have a lot of time to give. You have a lot of resources to give. You have a lot of healing energy to offer, or compassion, or a shoulder to cry on. You have so much to offer people. And you've always been able to draw upon this energy because you always want to be of service. You always want to give out. You always want to be like, yes, I'll help you, or yes, I'll be there for you, or whatever. And I feel like you have like, yeah, this enormous wellspring of energy within you because you're connected to God. You're connected to the angels. You're connected to your spirit. So it's like you kind of do have this infinite energy, but spirit's saying that the way that it's been used is starting to deplete you, or starting to become like so out of balance that spirit has to kind of like pause the amount of energy that you have access to so that you readjust yourself. It's sort of like this. It's sort of like you're getting cut off in a certain way, and it might feel really painful, or you might be like, what the heck is going on here? I always have energy, or I always have, something, I don't know, something to give so much to everyone. And it's almost like you're going to be put in some kind of a scenario where it's like, okay, I surrender, like I focus on myself now. And that's what's coming in, is like you are going to realize like, wow, I actually can't keep overgiving. Or it could be that you're overgiving because it's from a place of inauthenticity. I feel like there might be something, you might have some kind of a utopian vision, like a very idealistic vision of something that you just don't want to like give up on. And you're like, no, I want to keep showing up in this way. And spirit might be kind of like trying to tell you to loosen up a bit. So I feel like what's coming in is a little bit of it might feel kind of like a reality check, or like a shock, where you're like, what? I always used to be able to just, it's something like this. Okay, let me try and flesh it out with an example, because it might be something like you always were able to, I don't know, get 3 hours of sleep and then wake up and go to work and like do a full shift and then come home and make dinner for everyone and then do the dishes. And then, you know what, like it's like you were always able to just do so much for everyone and just like seemingly running on this infinite energy. And the reason is because you are connected to spirit, to God, and you are using this energy in alignment, as in you were trying always your best to give and give and give. But what I'm seeing is that over time, this energy was not returned to you. 6 of Pentacles. People weren't able to give back to you in the same way because you're a rare earth angel. You're literally an earth angel on this earth. So it's like, yeah, you might not be meeting that many people that have this kind of energy signature around you. So it's like over time, things got depleted and depleted and depleted. So now spirit's like, whoa, things are out of balance now. We have to bring you back into balance. And that might look like kind of feeling cut off from your energy for a bit, because spirit's like, you need to rest, or you need to focus inwards, or you need to restructure your relationships, or restructure the way that you give and receive. 2 of Pentacles, because it's out of balance. And it's almost like for the next phase of your journey, things need to be redistributed because the energy is going too much outwards, and it needs to come back in because you're needed. Okay. The new earth, like we are entering into a really pivotal time in our missions, you guys. If you resonate with my channel, then you're here for the new earth. Like my channel is all new earth vibes. So it's like, you're here for the new earth. So it's like, this is the time that we're here for. This is the most intense time, this transition. And this is what you're born for. You're the old soul. You're the ancient wise one. That's why you're here. And your energy cannot be depleted in these daily tasks or in these meaningless things, okay? Spirit's really coming through. Like your spirit guides are coming through and kind of like it feels really intense. It feels really like a pep talk. It feels really like, whoa, like you're our best player. You're our star player. We need you at your fittest. We cannot have you like not getting sleep. We need you to be like fighting fit for your game on Monday or something like that. It's giving me this kind of energy where you've got like your spirit guides are turning into coach mode, and they're like, right, like you're not allowed to have alcohol. You're not allowed to go out. You're going to get enough sleep. You got to do this thing. And they're kind of like, they're kind of like turning things around for you because they need you to be at your best. Like this is the time you come here for. And I feel like your energy over the years has just gotten into these patterns where you've just given so much to others and to everything and to everyone. And you may have just like not even recognized, because maybe it's sort of like happened slowly over time. You may not have even recognized how far out of alignment you've gotten with kind of like making do. It's kind of like this energy of like, well, I'll just make do even though my needs aren't met. I'll just make do with it. And there's something about this where Spirit's like, no, Spirit doesn't want you to keep overriding your needs. Like, Spirit's not going to let you keep overriding your needs. Spirit's going to put a wall, the Five of Wands, a wall right there where Spirit's like, not today, sister, not today, brother. Like, you're not allowed to do this anymore. And I like it for you because you need this tough love, because I feel like no one, man, this kind of makes me sad, but I feel like no one's ever said no to you. Like, no one's ever said, hey, stop giving so much. Just stop. Like, give to yourself. Like, I feel like there's something that's been missing with this where you maybe didn't ever get the message of like, hey, you need to give to yourself too. And maybe you do have people that say this, and I'm not trying to say you don't, but I feel like there's a sadness in you around that you were showing up in relationship in a way that you were assuming was showing people how to be in relationship with you. But other people maybe didn't like mirror that energy or meet you halfway in that energy. They weren't like doing the same. They weren't like doing the same for you. So I feel like there's a sadness here that needs to be acknowledged, because that's the 10 of Cups is kind of like, I feel like there's like an illusion energy that I was trying to sort of tap into before. There's sort of an illusion energy where you might be telling yourself like everything's fine, and oh no, like they do the best they can, or, you know, there's all of these sort of ways in which you can sort of talk about it in a way that kind of tries to keep things afloat. But Spirit's saying it's time kind of for a reality check to be like, you know what? I actually can't do this anymore. I actually need to rest, or I actually need to restructure. I actually don't feel inspired to do this anymore. Or whatever it might be, you realize that I haven't felt inspired to do this for 10 years, but I keep doing it. What am I doing? You know, it's that kind of energy where it's like, it's time to really interrupt the pattern. And that's what I feel like that Five of Wands and that Five of Pentacles is saying, is like, it's time to just like put that door up and like stop the pattern. You know, the Five of Pentacles could be that your energy levels, if you feel like you actually need to rest or something like this. Spirit's saying it's all a blessing. It might at first feel unfair because it's the death of the 10 of Cups, which is this like utopian like vision. But Spirit's saying let the current energy die so that the utopian can even be reborn, so that it can even be born in the first place, because you were kind of trying to make a utopian new earth, out of the old energy that you have literally come here to change. You haven't come here to thrive in the old earth. You've come here to change it and to thrive in the new earth. So Spirit's like, you're trying to plant down your little utopia in this old earth paradigm, and then it's like that obviously is going to get kind of infiltrated by this darkness that's here. So Spirit's saying it's like, it's time to wake up to that and realize that it's here so that you can move forwards, because where you're going is so beautiful, and it's time to start this engaging in the world in a way that where it gives back to you equally. That might mean changing your jobs. That might mean relationships get a shake up. That might mean that the amount that you do for others changes. That might mean that you prioritize yourself in a different way. That might mean that you have to hire help. That might mean you have to get really, really clear about, what is it that I can't keep doing? Is it, you know, do I need help with the daily tasks? Do I need help with my work? Whatever it might be, it's like getting some kind of help and support to bring things back into balance, because Spirit will not let you move forwards until things are put into balance, and it's for your highest and greatest good. And it's like, yeah, it kind of feels like tough love in a way, but Spirit's saying it is love at the end of the day. When someone says, hey, you need to stop giving to me and you need to start giving to yourself, isn't that just the most highest act of love if you think about it? Is like, stop giving to me and start giving to yourself. That's a beautiful act of love. And I feel like you need to give that, like, give yourself permission to receive that. This eclipse really might be testing you, you know, because it might really feel unfair at first, you know, because we really want to hold on to that 10 of Cups, but Spirit's saying the 10 of Cups was infiltrated by darkness. It wasn't a true 10 of Cups. It was some kind of an illusion. It was a surface level 10 of Cups, but the truth was that you were you were unhappy, or you were unwell, or you were creating depletion in your body, you know? So that's not right. That's not in alignment. And that's like a hard reality to kind of become aware of, because I feel like there's something here where something really will be changing. Like maybe it's a career that's finally coming to an end and you're like, you know what, I can't even keep going every day, or something like this. It might just finally feel like, you know what, it's done. And that might be really painful. Like there might be quite a big ending here, but Spirit's saying it's because Spirit wants your life to get so much easier for you. Like Venus, coming back to the anchoring point of your reading, which is the Venusian energy. Life is meant to get so much easier for you, group three. That's what's coming in. You're leaving behind this dynamic where you've overgiven so that you can finally feel nourished. Like you're going to literally age in reverse. Oh my gosh, I'm seeing you suddenly becoming so rejuvenated, and all your spiritual energy can suddenly start to become retained inside of you. So you're not always leaking it out or giving it out, like, or whatever, having people violate your boundaries or something so that they're trying to take your energy all the time. It's like, oh my gosh, you're suddenly patching up those boundaries, and you're suddenly having so much of this spiritual energy just staying within your own body, staying within your own energy field. And you know what? It starts to work its magic on you, and you start to age in reverse. You start to be glowing so much. Your health issues start to heal. You might go through a really deep health time. Like you might be really focused on your health. I feel like that's what's coming in as well. Spirit's really saying, and actually that makes sense because we have the Virgo full moon. Virgos love health, okay? So I feel like Spirit's really saying what's coming in, focus on your health. You have to focus on yourself. Health can mean different things to different people, but it could be like your emotional health, it could be physical health, it could be mental, spiritual health, whatever kind of resonates, but obviously they're all connected at the end of the day. But I feel like maybe doing something from each of those things could be a really holistic approach. But yeah, you will be focusing more on your health, and you're going to find that if you put a little bit in, you're going to get a big result out. Like if you start to change your diet just a little bit, you're going to start to notice, whoa, I'm glowing so much, or my hair's growing stronger, or like whatever. Kind of like that kind of thing. Like you're going to find that you're realizing that your energy is like magic. Your energy is like gold. And that's why this energy restructuring has to happen, is so that you can see yourself for who you really are. Like you are so valuable. You are like seriously priceless. Like you're so incredibly precious. And I feel like that the way that you were distributing your energy was not acknowledging this about you. It was not respecting of yourself. Like it was sort of too much of a free for all where anyone could have some. And it's like you need to hold that energy inside of yourself and use it to become this Venusian goddess magnet for all of your dreams and desires. And that means putting up boundaries. That means restructuring dynamics in relationships. That might mean work changes. Whatever has to change will change, because this is your destiny. It's your destiny now to activate into this Venusian kind of energy where you hold more of your life force inwards. It's the best way that I can describe it. It's like instead of giving everything out that you have and literally sitting there in an empty house, it's like allowing the energy to pool inside of yourself, to fill yourself up. And then from that place, it's like so much abundance is born. You're suddenly living in this palace and you have all of your needs met, and you're loving your environment, and you're living your life for you. There's something really important about this shift. And it's like, I'm literally seeing you aging in reverse. Wow. It's like just making these changes alone is going to lead you to like realize how powerful you are, and how that anyone who has access to your energy is blessed. That's the thing. Spirit wants you to realize who you really are, and the fact that if someone has access to your energy, then they are blessed. They are like blessed. And it's like you have not been seeing yourself clearly or your worth at all clearly. Because if you had, then you would have realized that you have been giving it away, And it's like, oh my God, like this energy is so valuable. And just holding it inside of yourself, you're going to realize that, because you're going to see like, well, I'm glowing, or, you're going to realize that things have a way of coming to you without you having to give. You're going to find that once you hold energy inside of you more and you don't overgive so much, that money finds ways of coming to you without you having to overwork your body for it, without you having to work your body down to the bone, You don't have to do that anymore. You can have money come to you while you are resting, or, whatever. This is the Venusian energy, because you hold magnetic energy within you, so that energy finds its way to you. People will find its way to you. People who want to give to you will find their way to you now. You won't only attract the people who want to receive, and take. Okay, the energy vampires. It's like, it's time for you to let that go. That's what this eclipse is showing you. It's like, it's time to let go of the energy vampires and to receive really wholesome people that actually give and receive to you. Two of Pentacles, where there's a real balanced energy, and you've never, like, some of these people coming in are going to really give to you in a way that it's going to heal you to receive this level of love and care and like admiration as well. All right, group three, I'm going to pull you a couple more cards about exactly what you're moving into, because I feel like that's what Spirit kind of wants you to focus on right now. It might feel kind of painful at first to let go of that 10 of cups ideal that you had in your mind and to kind of like recognize that maybe something needs to come to an end, or I don't know, something like this. But what you're moving into is so much more real and stable. And I feel like it's also going to really improve your physical health and your physical vitality, as well as your mental and emotional and spiritual well being as well. And also, I'm seeing you looking younger, looking healthier. Like you actually have a physical glow to your skin. People are going to maybe even ask you, like, how are you glowing? Like, what are you doing? And it's because you're actually holding spiritual energy inside of yourself. You might even work with light language, you guys. I'm feeling like if you work with light language, the codes will literally stay within you and like keep you glowing like so much. Wow. Okay, so let's see some cards. What is coming in for you, group 3? Egotism. This card always makes me laugh. But I'm getting it's a positive one. Hold on, let's just get one more. In no way. We have drama. Okay. And then the back of the deck. Oh, the back of the deck is in fact nude. Let me just see. I just had to put the back of the deck over there because it was not fitting. Here we are, Nina. You are displaying the energy that they are moving into so well. Thank you. Exactly. Egotism. Nina, you did it perfectly. Look at you. Exactly. It's about knowing how incredible you are, just like Nina does. Knowing how incredible you are, that you are just like unapologetically there. You're just putting yourself out there. You're just standing in your self-worth. You're standing in your love for yourself. And you're having so much fun doing it. Spirit's saying be optimistic, okay? The optimism card on the back of the deck, I just had to censor it. Be optimistic. There's so much positivity, like so much more fun coming in, because it's really like, I think that there's a grief sometimes when an illusion dies, when like we realize that something wasn't as good as we thought it was, or that someone wasn't giving to us as much as we thought it was, or that we have realized that we've been overgiving at a job for like ages now and we're done. There can be a grief sometimes that comes up, and Spirit saying it's okay to feel that, but ultimately be optimistic because what's coming in is so much more fun. It's going to be so much more enjoyable, so much more real. And then we had that egotism and the drama card. They're both Leos underneath where Nina sat. And then Nina, of course, is the cat energy, the lion kind of energy, the big cat energy. Actually, Nina has more tiger energy, I feel like, with her stripes, and her independence. But anyway, yeah, so this is about like you really having a really positive sense of ego, okay? The ego card, it is a funny card. I'll see if I can. Sorry, Nina. It is kind of a funny card. Like, what is going on here? But the thing that I'm getting is like, don't take it too seriously, is what I'm feeling from this card. Hey, Nina, is like, don't take it too seriously. What you're gonna feel is a really positive sense of self-worth and sense of like really feeling yourself, kind of like a Nina's self-worth. You know, do you know like Nina has such a freaking good self-worth, you guys? She actually went the other day. She went the other day and started chasing this goanna. Goannas are these lizards in Australia that are like huge, you guys. They're like literally a meter or longer. Like they're huge and they're really fast and they're really formidable. And somehow Nina had no fear at all. And she was chasing this goanna and she was actually winning. Like the goanna was scared of her. And I was like freaking out. I was like, how is Nina not afraid of this huge lizard? And I had to go like try and get her back in the house. Anyway, it was such a drama. But the thing that is making me think of this card, this drama card, because the thing was that she had such confidence in herself. She knew that she was going to win. Like, I had no idea how she managed to intimidate this goanna. She is a tiny cat, you guys. She's actually a very small, petite cat. This goanna is huge, but she still was the more formidable one in that circumstance. So it's like Nina has this sense of confidence in herself, the sense of like knowing her worth and knowing what she's capable of that like seriously inspires me on the daily. So I feel like that's the kind of energy that you're going to be you're going to be embodying, is like this level of confidence and self-worth where it's like you can go after something even if you're the underdog and you're like tiny compared to this huge thing, and you would still win because you believe in yourself, because you're confident, because you have some kind of assertive power that you're channeling that's just too good, you know? All right, you guys, I think I'm going to end the reading here. Um, I really hope that you enjoyed it. Yes, Nina, I thought I might end the reading here. Yeah. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to check out more of my work, oh, which tape? I would really recommend my Divine Feminine Embodiment tape with Nina being here. I feel like that would actually be the perfect energy for you during this transition as you are leaving things behind, but you're also welcoming in the new. You got the Venus card as your main card as well. And I feel like, yeah, there's something about this effortless embodiment that you're moving into. It could really help you with the receiving and coming back into balance with giving and receiving. So, yeah, Divine Feminine Embodiment tape. It's actually an affirmation tape with light language, and it also is a light language, just light language tape. So yeah, you can work with it in your own life. I like to work with it as a sleep tape. Personally, it's really effective to listen to it overnight as you sleep because it helps to reprogram your subconscious mind. But light language would do that anyway while you're awake. Yeah, so I'll link it down below. Thank you so much for your support on my work. I really hope that this reading helped you, and happy full moon. Sending love from Nina and me. Bye.